Well, welcome once again to Relationships at Work, a leadership podcast helping you build workplace connection, improve culture, and avoid blind spots. I'm your host, Russel Lolacher, communications leadership expert, couple of successful decades in both those areas over the years, and a whole heap of curiosity on how we can make the workplace a better place. You, me, we can do this. It's a leadership thing. That's what the show is all about. This is a mini episode. These are just quick, valuable bits of information to help your mindset for the week ahead, usually under about 10 minutes. And sometimes they're new information. Sometimes they're just reframes of things we already know. Sometimes they're just reminders because we're very busy people. And sometimes there's things that we just need to hit us at the right time. And that's what I'm hoping these episodes do for you. What we're focusing on this mini episode, it's about reframing. Specifically, reframing obligation into opportunity. A couple of weeks back, I was listening to a podcast. Yes, I am a big fan of the platform, not just somebody that creates, but also somebody that consumes. And I heard a guest on that particular podcast say something that really stopped me. Just one of those things where you hear something, you put it on pause, and you're like, I need to sit with this for a minute. Now, what they said was this: you don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. You get to do these things. Let me say that again. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. You get to do these things. It's not a motivational slogan. I didn't take it as that, and I hope you don't take it as that either. It felt like real advice because this particular guest had gotten this from a mentor to help them reframe how they approached work. It shifted everything for them. And I can tell you from a leadership perspective, it could absolutely shift everything for us because it challenges how we show up every day. I know I've been thinking about this a lot. I know it's a part of my daily reflection. I wrote it down on a Post-it note. I didn't want to ignore it. I didn't want to forget it. So it's in one of those little Post-it notes, just slipped right there at the bottom of the computer screen so that I can look at it no matter what's happening during the day. And I was definitely in a negative mindset when I was listening to this podcast. I was just challenged by a few things and going, I wish this would happen, and I wish that didn't happen. This I treated like a daily reminder. Just have it there sitting on my desk so I could say it after a meeting that might not go as smoothly as I would have liked. Because, I don't know, there's a weight to have to. Because when we lead from that place, we unintentionally step into a victim mindset, no matter what we're doing. Things like, I have to run this meeting. You ever said that in your head? I have to handle this difficult employee conversation. I have to present to leadership again. Each of those have-tos, it quietly reinforces that our day is filled with obligations rather than opportunities, that our work is happening to us when it should be looked at as through us. And that weight adds up like a debt. It just chips away at our energy over time and our outlook. It clouds our perspective. It makes the small tasks feel heavier than they are after a while. And that mindset, it doesn't just impact us. No, we are leaders. We have influence. We leave impressions. It ripples outward. Our leaders feel it. Our teams feel it. Our tone changes. Our patience thins. Our ability to listen narrows. And here's the thing. Leadership isn't about avoiding stress or pretending we love every part of our job. I'm not saying by making this shift that we're doing that. It's about how we show up for what's in front of us. And this shift from have to get to, I feel like it can be the simplest and yet one of the most powerful ways to do that. When we say get to, we're not erasing the challenges. It's not a cure-all. What it does, it grounds us in reality. Because we have agency, we have choice. We're a part of something that others rely on that we have the privilege to influence when we think of it as get to. So let's flip it from what we said earlier. I get to run this meeting. That becomes a reminder that people trust you to guide them. I get to handle this tough conversation. It reframes it as an opportunity to practice empathy and accountability. I get to present to executive. That can actually turn pressure into a platform to make some sort of impact, right? And the mental health benefit of this reframe, it's subtle, but it is significant. It creates a sense of control and opportunity to our approach. It reduces feelings of helplessness or resentment. It empowers us. It nudges us towards gratitude, which we all know activates a more open and creative mindset if we're grateful. And when we model that perspective, we're giving others permission to reframe too, like our teams. We help them move from obligation to ownership, from resistance to being more engaged. Now let's be clear, this isn't about toxic positivity. That is not this. We're not trying to gaslight ourselves here by any stretch of the imagination. It's just about shifting our thinking to change how we approach what's next, not only for ourselves, but for those we're responsible for. So the question I want to ask this episode is, how can we shift our mindset from have to get to? Well, there's 3 ways we can start. Write it down. Do what I did. Write it down and use it as a daily practice. Just place a sticky note or maybe a phone reminder. Maybe that works for you. Whatever works for you. Just as long as you can see it first thing in the morning, or you can see it peripherally as a reminder no matter where you are. Because visual cues actually create micro moments of intention that retrain our brains before habit takes over. Second, pause before we begin anything. Before a task, before a meeting, take a breath and reframe it out loud. I don't have to, I get to. And last, at the end of the day, reflect on it. Ask yourself, where did I use get to today? Where did I default to have to? That awareness, that's where growth happens. I know it's certainly been working for me over the last couple of years. Reframing, again, isn't about ignoring reality. It's about meeting it with intention, even when it's hard. And it's hard sometimes. Sometimes I get to simply means I get to practice patience. I get to learn from this frustration. I get to remind myself I do have boundaries. That's leadership leading. We don't have to lead, we get to lead. And that small shift can change everything. And that will do it for another episode of Relationships at Work, where I don't have to talk to you, I get to talk with you. See what I did there? I'm bringing it home. This is the Leadership Podcast, helping you build workplace connection, improve culture, and avoid blind spots. I'm your host, Russell. Thanks again for joining me. Love spending this time with you that I get to spend with you. If you have any questions, concerns, feedback of any stripe, send me an email. hello@russellolacher.com. That's hello@russellolacher.com. I look forward to hearing from you, as I always look forward to hearing from you, because your feedback helps the show get better. And that's what we all want. Okay, take care of yourself and talk to you again soon.